Nepal. Part of a four-man Nepalese boxing team.
And now be ready to greet his opponent in the blue corner of the ring from France, Lounes HAMRAOUI.
And here's his opponent, Lounes HAMRAOUI, 23 years of age. And France here with a six-man boxing team. So an equipment check of Bhupendra THAPA. And the same procedure will be followed over in the blue corner. So the contrasting statures evident as Rodrigo Garcia Geron issued the final instructions. Action in the 63.5 kilogram light welterweight division between boxers from Nepal and France. The compact figure wearing red, who has just launched a big backhand on that forward foray, is Bhupendra THAPA. 32 years of age, this his first AIBA World Boxing Championships. Competed on the continental stage before. Participated in the 2014 Asian Games. I was in Incheon for that Asian Games. Lost in the first preliminary round to the accomplished boxer from Thailand, Wuttachai Masuk. The southpaw wearing blue, who possesses considerable advantages in height and reach, is 23-year-old Lounes HAMRAOUI. Saw him competing earlier this summer at the under-22 European Championships in Roseto in Italy. Came away with a quarter-final finish, losing to the eventual champion. He was outstanding in that tournament, Dean Clancy from Ireland, getting edged on a 3-2 split in the quarter-final. So that gives you an idea as to his caliber and what's been a busy summer for him, the 2020 French national champion. And again, trying to get inside is the 32-year-old with his marauding attacks. But he's showing good movement around the boxing ring, a terrific composure in the face of these aggressive bursts coming from the man in red, but he's going to have to keep the movement going, HAMRAOUI, or at least get that southpaw jab working, because the tactics from THAPA, oh, there's not really much disguise behind them. It's put on the end of a straight shot there, and then a backhand out of the southpaw stance was a scoring shot from HAMRAOUI. Two minutes gone in the opening round. You see the length of the right jab and then the backhand out of the southpaw stance. That is the distance that THAPA has to try and negotiate to get inside, and look at that left hand just cocked and waiting on the chin. But HAMRAOUI not able to uncoil it before THAPA was able to bulldoze him completely into the ropes after he was waiting near the strands. And again, looking to time him with that backhand, here's HAMRAOUI looking to bring his man onto it to double up the impact, just as he did there. Nice right hand while moving backwards, scored by the southpaw wearing blue. And again, THAPA being touched up with increasing regularity by that southpaw left now. First round in the book, a very good round of boxing between two athletes of considerably different physiques, even though they're both competing here in the light welterweight division. Bustling burst of activity from the man in the red corner. HAMRAOUI invariably on the back foot, but able to time his man with the straight punches and show good footwork for the most part to keep out of the way of the burst of aggression, just as he did there, dipping out of the corner nicely. Plenty of desire demonstrable from THAPA. So into the second round then. Lounes HAMRAOUI has had a busy 2021 so far, competing in multinational championships in Spain and right here in Belgrade. We lost to Pavel Fedorov, who we just saw in the preceding contest. And again, those two boxers won't meet next because there are plenty of buys in this light welterweight bracket. 44 boxers making up the entire contingent. But they are scheduled to meet because they're both in the top half of the draw if they continue to progress. Great Britain's Callum French had a win over this man in the multi-nations tournament in Lithuania, the Algirdas Sokias tournament in the Baltic nation. So he's had plenty of activity culminating with that Continental Under-22 Championships ahead of Belgrade 2021. Has HAMRAOUI. It's been national selection tournament activity for THAPA to make it through to the four-man Nepalese boxing team. You can see the 32-year-old who operates for the police boxing club in his homeland in terrific condition, but he's just not finding the range with enough consistency. Now he's trying to put some guile behind his work, feinting, but the feint's coming from beyond punching distance. See? Oh, that's a good right hand in amongst that cluster. Flashing fists on the inside, being uncoiled by THAPA, and one of them swiveled the head sideways of HAMRAOUI. And there's another left-hand success as HAMRAOUI just held his feet on the ropes, came square, and before he could claim his man and turn him around, a left hook success crashed home for THAPA. Looking to bring the left uppercut into play now, and against an aggressive opponent who is shorter in stature. Well, the uppercut, always a good weapon. And look at the different position that the left hand is adopting for HAMRAOUI. In the first round, it was planted against his chin as he looked to spear his opponent with a cross. As another flashing right hand gets through, and HAMRAOUI, well, he demonstrated plenty of movement in the opening round, less in this second round. And when he's come square on the ropes, well, it's allowed THAPA to have success during his clusters of punches. HAMRAOUI has got to keep the movement going. That's a good left hand out of ring center from HAMRAOUI, looking for the spearing left cross once again. And the two men just exchanging a bit of a glare as they came together as the bell sounded. Almost inquiring as to an inquiring look, trying to glean how the other guy is feeling. HAMRAOUI electing to remain on his feet in between rounds. 10-9 across the board for the French boxer for the second round in succession. Well, the first one was a 10-8 round from the score judge from Croatia in round one, but unanimous for the second consecutive round. But for my money, THAPA did get closer in that second round because HAMRAOUI just held his feet a little more than he did in the opening 3 minutes. So there were a real couple of eye-catching singles in amongst the swarming shots from THAPA. So getting close up. But still not enough to take a share of the round for any of the judges. So into the third and final round we go then. And it's a frenetic start to the final session once again. THAPA trying to initiate it. Again, HAMRAOUI looking to keep it at long range. Up on his toes once again, beautiful movement, check left hand before he dipped out to his right. And he was so committed to his attack that THAPA just lost his balance and fell on the canvas. But you see how HAMRAOUI is spinning off the line there now. And with THAPA coming forward, it's almost like a train on tracks. Can't change direction when HAMRAOUI just spins out of the way by pivoting off the line. So he's far more dynamic in this third round, HAMRAOUI. More reminiscent of how he boxed in the first round. Left hook out of the corner. THAPA looking to keep his man in the neutral corner and work away. HAMRAOUI cleverly turning the tables to put THAPA against the ropes. Beautiful right-left combination. Pinged his man terrifically with a two-punch combination. And again, THAPA advancing, so the impact being doubled up. So halfway through the final round, and THAPA demonstrating plenty of desire here. Neither boxer heeding the command to break, and THAPA hitting on the break. So HAMRAOUI looking for a double right jab. And THAPA, well, I'm not sure he should be accepting the clinches when he gets into short range territory. He's got to get his hands free and work away right here. He's the shorter boxer. He has to work so hard to get inside, and right now he's accepting the clinch. Get the hands out of there and shovel punches into the torso of the man in blue. That's what the Nepalese corner are instructing their man to do. Because if HAMRAOUI is feeling the pace from being up on his toes for the majority of round one and the first minute of this third round, well, test the man's conditioning. Dig away to the body. Don't accept the clinch on the inside. Because look, this is what HAMRAOUI is increasingly looking to do, just to allow the clock to tick away. The clock, remember, is on the side of the man in blue because he's got a commanding lead on the scorecards. Taken both rounds unanimously. A 10-8 score returned in the first round. But for the final, minute and 10 seconds of this third round, this is the posture that HAMRAOUI has looked to adopt. It's not quite spoiling, but he's certainly preventing THAPA from working away. And THAPA, the 32-year-old, hasn't played his part in ensuring that he doesn't accept these clinches. Good sportsmanship, terrifically physical contest, plenty of activity from both boxers. But THAPA, when he watches that back, may be a little bit disappointed, because an opportunity was presented because HAMRAOUI wasn't looking to work in the final portion of the third and final round. And look at THAPA. His chest is hardly moving. He appears he could have gone on at that type of tempo for another 15 rounds if necessary. But he was prevented from working by the approach and indeed the ring generalship of Lounes HAMRAOUI of France. He'll be going through to the second preliminary round. Let's get the official verdict to confirm what we have just witnessed.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the bout number 35 in the ring A, the winner on points by unanimous decision is the boxer out of the blue corner from France.
And here's confirmation, and again, THAPA acknowledging that in sporting fashion. A unanimous point decision victory for Lounes HAMRAOUI, taking all 3 rounds for all 5 scoring judges. You have to say that's good bout management, because in the third and final round, he really took his foot off the gas and just wrapped his man up like a blanket for the final minute or so. But THAPA wasn't able to do anything about it. It's HAMRAOUI who goes through to the round of 32 in the 63.5 kilogram light welterweight division. Some of the action from the contest that is just concluded.